long business card, but I manage the precision machining, woodworking, and aviation programs for the college, as well as our engineering, technology, and trades for women initiatives. So I'd like to welcome you to Conestoga College, to our CKCA members, to our faculty, staff, and students. So we're looking forward to an exciting panel discussion and some presentations this afternoon. CKCA members, you had the opportunity to tour the Woodworking Center just prior to coming here to Cambridge, so I hope you found that tour rewarding and informational. And we look forward to showing off some of our Bachelor of Interior Design studios later, and we'll come up at the end of the presentation just to provide some more details on that. But what I'd like to do is just take a very brief opportunity to introduce you to Conestoga College as a whole, because you had the introduction to woodworking, but we want to talk about all of the great things that we feel we're doing here within the community. So I don't know if you're aware, but we actually have about 10 campuses and training centers throughout this area of Ontario. So there's a huge long list. We're here at the Cambridge Fountain, and our woodworking center is at the Doon campus. And so we also have our Cambridge Royer campus. That one just opened earlier this month. We're super excited about it. It's our skilled trades training campus. We believe it's the largest, or will be the largest, within all of Canada. So the first phase that just opened is 350,000 square feet, with 150,000 square feet dedicated to shops and labs. And we're going to have 4 phases total within that site. We have over 40 acres of property to work with to build additional buildings. And so all of our skilled trades training will be centralized at that location. We have 23,000 full-time students with over 30,000 continuing education registrations and 100,000 plus alumni. Do we have, from our CKC members, any alumni here? Fantastic, welcome back. And for those of you who didn't raise your hands, we're going to show you what you're missing. So, and we welcome you at any time. There's so many opportunities here. Conestoga is an Institute of Technology and Advanced Learning. What that means is we are engaged in applied research. I'll talk about that in a few moments. Our student pathways, we talked about the woodworking programs and the various pathways in and out of those programming, as well as we offer over 20 degrees currently at the college. And those are 4-year honors degrees. Up on the screen are all of the schools, the academic schools that are here at Conestoga College. So you're here at the campus that mostly delivers the engineering technology and do woodworking as well. We have the trades and apprenticeship that we talked about. But you may be interested in programming within any of those schools. So if you need someone for web design, we have a program for that. We have, like I said, our Bachelor of Interior Design. If you need someone for human resources, we have a program for that. So within all of those breadths of programming, we have hundreds of programs that you can hire students from. We have credentials for success. So there are certificates, diplomas, advanced diplomas, postgrad certs, and bachelor degrees. So it's short duration training, so 8 months, up to 4 years. We talked about the pathways, and a lot of our programs include co-op, whether it's optional or mandatory. Most of them are optional co-ops. So that might be an avenue for CKCA members if you're looking for to hire individuals. You hire them on a co-op first, see if it's a good fit, and then potentially lead to full-time employment upon graduation. So that's a great opportunity. Conestoga College offers also recruitment services. So we offer postings on My Career Job Board for full-time and part-time positions. You can take advantage of that. This is how we can assist local industry with their hiring needs. There are opportunities to post for year-round employment, and we have recruiting and training assistance both for job seekers and employers. So individuals who maybe even aren't in programming here at Conestoga, they can come into the college to receive training on how they can go about sourcing employment. And so we can make those connections between individuals looking for work and companies looking to hire. We talked about the co-op position. So co-op work terms are typically 4 to 16 months in duration, depending on the program itself. And there are certainly financial incentives with hiring co-op students or other programs where you can take advantage of government grants. And we also have a wide range of work integrated learning opportunities. So if you're in the local area, you want to open up your company for a field trip, that might be something that could be arranged. Or we have job placements for various programs. I know I was talking at the woodworking tour, the pre-apprenticeship programs, and there's an 8-week job placement. That might be something that you might be interested in as well. So you can take advantage of those services through Conestoga College. We also offer corporate training, so if you find that you have some needs for your existing workforce and you want to upskill, you can work with the college and we can put on short duration training with employers to help upskill your existing workforce. And we can do that on a very short turnaround. So for example, a local company wanted some finishing training and we brought their employees in within about 4 weeks. We had them in for a training course for that upskilling. Program advisory committees, so all of our full-time programs, we have PACs, or program advisory committees, where members of local industry will come and provide advice to ensure that our curriculum is relevant and up to date. And so if you're interested in contributing, there may be opportunities as well for our various PAC programs for you to come in to help assist from an industry perspective. And then applied research, so we collaborate together to develop solutions to challenges faced by industry. For example, a great example of that is here at Cambridge. We have our packaging program, and so our students will work with industry to design packaging for shipping or distribution of their products to make sure that they make it to their destination safely. And so that's just an example of applied research we can engage together so that you're getting access to the resources that you need for your company to be successful, and our students are getting amazing opportunities to work with local industry. So we have, in terms of these opportunities, out in our hall, we have our co-op department. There's a table there. So if you want more information on co-op, that you can go speak to the co-op representatives. We have our career services department as well. So if you're looking to hire someone, either a graduate or someone that's unemployed or underemployed, they can get you set up as well with our My Career Board. And then we also have our marketing department. So if you have questions about any of our programs, so that long list of schools that are provided, all the hundreds of programs and micro-credentials, etc., they can help provide you with information. So all of that's out. So afterwards, when we have our little reception, feel free to reach out to them if you have questions within any of those departments. So with that, thank you. That is the rendering of our new Reuters campus. You can tell I'm really excited about it. It's super exciting to me to have that skilled trades training campus, and it's just going to grow. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of the presentations, and I look forward to meeting some of you more in depth at our reception afterwards. Thank you. And I'm going to pass it to Pete.
What a great tour. Thanks again for having us. It's a real pleasure to be here, and it's nice to see the work that's going into people coming into our industry, because we all need employees. It's nice to see the troublemakers in the back. Once a troublemaker in the back. It gives me great pleasure to introduce this next person. He's a dear friend and a colleague at the WMC, the Wood Manufacturing Council. Richard Lipman is the Executive Director and is doing great things. So for those of you who don't know about the Wood Manufacturing Council, I highly encourage you to talk to Richard this week, because there's great programs to train your people, there's great programs to introduce younger people into the wood industry, and a lot of HR tools were developed. And one of the challenges that we have at the WMC, and I sit on the board, is that all of these beautiful products that we've developed, there's not a lot of uptake because we didn't get a lot of funding to do the marketing. So please, there's great tools. Ask Richard this week. And with that, Richard Lipman.
Thank you, Pete. Good afternoon, everybody. It's my pleasure to be with you this afternoon for our session about Love What You Do, and a chance to meet future employers. So, as Pete said, I'm Richard Lipman from the Wood Manufacturing Council, and I'm very pleased to tell you that our purpose today is really education. So for the students, it's a chance to find out about all of the great opportunities within the wood manufacturing sector, and specifically the kitchen industry, and also a chance to feast on a room full of employers who are interested in what you do and what you can bring to their companies. For the manufacturers, it's a chance for us to meet the students, hear about what their career wishes are, what their considerations are, and we have a unique opportunity this afternoon to kind of see what they learn, see their labs. We got a chance to see the workshop over at Doon campus, and so get a good chance to see sort of what their environment is. And CKCA has built some good sort of mix and mingle time in after this. So a chance to, not be shy, go and meet people find out about each other's particular situations. So we've assembled a panel of people from the industry to talk to you this afternoon, people with unique perspectives. They've all come into the industry with different backgrounds, different educational pathways to get here, and so they'll tell you a little bit about their own stories of how they made it into the industry. As Pete said, labor shortages are very important in terms of the subject matter for the industry right now. There's few conversations where we don't talk about the need for people and the need for skilled people, so we have a great opportunity to have a discussion on that this afternoon. Our organization, as Pete said, is working on HR issues. We started way back in the 90s, I believe, and it was just with a group of manufacturers who were concerned about where their future skilled workforce was going to come from. So this is a group of people from Winnipeg, the Pallisers, the Lowens, the Kitchen Crafts. They called themselves the Mennonite Mafia. And what they did is they started a program with the government where they were bringing students in from Germany to do their co-op terms with Canadian companies, and that was very successful. So they eventually started to ask the question, why can't we grow skilled people like that here in Canada? So they helped establish the Centre for Advanced Wood Processing at the University of British Columbia. And from that, once that was established, then they set up the Wood Manufacturing Council, and we've been working for several years to work on HR tools and training programs to help the industry. So, as Pete said, we have a table here. Please come over and see us during the mix and mingle, and we can tell you a little bit more about the council. We have 3 specific training programs. We're doing a lot of basic entry-level worker training right now, where we're trying to get people skilled up with good basic entry-level skills into your companies and then continue to learn from there under your tutelage. We also have a high school program, so if you're looking to set up a high school program in your community, we love to work with you. And we also have an online management training program, so if you come by the table, we can tell you all about that, and you can get some extra training for your existing employees. So with that, I welcome you and wish you a good afternoon, and I'm going to call on our first speaker now. So our first speaker is Ethan.